If I had just $100 to do content marketing for a small business, this is exactly how I would spend it. By the end of this video, you will have a step-by-step plan that drives traffic and brings in leads. And it works even if you have a tiny budget and a tiny team, or even if your team is just you, your laptop, and a cat that totally has no interest in your business success. Yeah. And at the end, I'm going to share a secret that all smart businesses use in content marketing that is 100% free. Hello, I am Robin, your B2B marketing bestie. I have led strategy for hundreds of B2B brands with all sorts of budgets. And here's the reality. Most businesses think that they need massive budgets to be able to compete in content marketing, but they don't. What they need is focus and strategy. So let's break down exactly where I would put my 100 simoleons if I were starting from scratch today. We're going to strip it way back to just the most effective tactics that work so you can get the most bang for your buck. So the first step is keyword targeting. And the budget for this, $0. My favorite price. So first we need a content idea with traffic potential. So start by researching keywords that your audience is searching for and related to what you do. Now there are a lot of keyword research tools out there. I personally use SEMrush, but I'm going to suggest Ubersuggest for beginners because it's very beginner friendly. Also, they offer 3 free searches per day and you can get a 7-day free trial. So go for very targeted keywords that describe what you do in about 3 to 4 words and indicate that the person searching is looking to buy it. So think about if you provide payroll administration, maybe a good keyword would be payroll outsourcing services, because this indicates that the person is actually looking for a service, a payroll service. And remember that you're aiming for specificity, not volume. So you don't want to target a very broad term like payroll because we don't know what the intention is of the person searching it. It doesn't indicate that they are wanting to buy payroll services. And then another trick is to just use Google. So type a topic into the Google search bar and it will automatically suggest some keywords that people are already searching. And then step 2 is content creation. And the budget for this is going to be $0 to $25. So as the center of our $100 content marketing plan, we are going to focus on creating one high value evergreen piece of content, and it's going to be a pillar page or a guide. So a pillar page is a piece of written content that provides a comprehensive overview of a topic and then links out to related blogs or articles that cover smaller areas of that topic. So here's how I do it. First, you could use ChatGPT or another generative AI tool to create an outline for your pillar page or your guide. But you want to write it yourself. So add real examples, personal insights, and industry-specific language. The search engines can actually tell when it's created by AI and they don't like this. So if you think about what a generative AI tool does, it just takes all the content that's already out there on the internet and aggregates it and puts it into something that is, a coherent format. But it's not original. So you want to make sure you're bringing some originality to your piece. And this is going to help with search engines and with your audience for sure, because they can tell the difference too. And the goal is to create a 1,500 to 2,000 word piece that can serve as an ultimate guide or an essential guide. So maybe like the essential guide to payroll outsourcing services. Search engines love this. And then you want to cover every aspect that your target buyer is going to want to know about the topic. So maybe in this example, they would want to know what to look for, what questions to ask, what to avoid, how much to expect to pay. You really want to be the best source of information on the topic, so be sure to check out what else is out there and make yours even more thorough and engaging. And then you want to optimize the piece with SEO best practices. And I created a whole video that shows you how to do it. So I will put a link in the description box below, and I know it says how to optimize blog posts, but this will totally work for your guide as well. And then be sure to include calls to action that go to your contact page or request a demo page or request a consultation page so the person knows how to get in touch with you. So write down all of your thoughts based on the outline. And if you want to add some more, like if ChatGPT didn't include something, feel free to add to it. So you want to write your post based on the outline. Be sure to include your own thoughts and ideas. And if you need help with writing, like maybe you're not the best wordsmith, you could go to Fiverr or Upwork and hire a freelancer who will do this for about $25. Now, truthfully, the quality on these platforms can be hit or miss, so you just want to make sure you vet them really carefully. Look at samples, look at reviews, make sure they all check out. But if you've got someone on your team who's a great writer or you're a great writer yourself, then the budget could be zero. Now, before we get into step 3, if you're getting any value out of this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. This really does help me continue to create these free B2B marketing videos that will help you grow your small business. And what content marketing pieces do you think would do well for your small business? Let me know in the comments below. So step 3 is visuals, and the budget here, $0 to $20. So you want to spice up your guide with visuals so it stands out and engages your audience. And if you're good at design, you can use Canva for free. And they even have some great templates that you can use for free. So you want to create an image that you can share on social media, and then also create a simple graphic that you can use within the guide. So maybe a call out of a quote or a tip that you want to highlight. Or if you've got some great statistics, you can create a chart or a diagram or maybe a flow chart. Even one graphic can really boost your content's click-through rate and shareability. And if design is not your strong suit, you could head over to Fiverr or Upwork and hire a graphic designer there. For about $20, who could create one for you. So again, the budget here is about $20 or free if you do it yourself. And then step number 4 is promotion. And the budget here is going to be $55 to $100. And this is going to depend on what you spent on steps 2 and 3. So if you didn't spend anything, then you can put the whole $100 into promotion. Otherwise, you'll just spend what's left over. So now that you have your well-written, well-designed, comprehensive guide, you want people to see it. And we optimized it for search, but it can take a few weeks or months even for the search engines to start crawling it and ranking it. So in the meantime, we're going to use the rest of our budget to promote the guide. And our strategy is going to be super focused and targeted, not spray and pray. For B2B, LinkedIn is your best bet. So you can share your post on your company page and then boost it for as little as $10 a day. But here's where most people mess up. They target too broadly. So instead of boosting to, say, HR directors, you want to get more granular. So something like HR directors of manufacturing companies with 50 to 200 employees. Yes, you want to be that specific. Focus on the audience that is most likely to buy from you. Now, this might seem like a small audience, but that is exactly the point. We would rather target 50 perfect prospects than 5,000 people who will never buy from you. With proper targeting, you can get your content in front of decision makers who actually need your solution. Then the second part is to promote it via email to your contact list. So a free, new, helpful piece of content is a great excuse to touch base with them, and it keeps your company top of mind. And before I reveal that secret free trick that I mentioned at the start of the video, I want to emphasize that you want to track the progress of your piece. How much traffic is going to the page? Where is it coming from? How many leads are coming from it? And don't expect overnight success. For the SEO part, it can take 1 to 3 months or more for your content to start driving traffic and leads. SEO is a long game, but it can provide some of the best quality leads for your business. And now for that secret free trick that all smart businesses do for content marketing is repurposing content. And yes, this one is 100% free. So now that you have that one amazing piece of content, you can repurpose it and use it to create other pieces of content. So you could transform it into, say, 3 or 4 blog posts. Because the topic was so comprehensive, you can pick it apart and just take little pieces of that guide and turn it into a few blog posts. And maybe also from that piece, you can create an infographic for social sharing, maybe a slide deck for LinkedIn. You could turn it into 5 to 10 social media posts or a script for a YouTube video like this one. So this totally multiplies your ROI and you're getting more mileage out of that one piece. So now let's talk a little bit about scaling your strategy. So after you start seeing results, you want to reinvest. So you can take your first $100 in revenue and then create another content piece like it for a related keyword. And this is great because it creates a content cluster that really fuels your SEO. And then for the next $200, you can maybe invest in some paid tools to help you automate some of this process. The key is to build incrementally, with each piece building on the other instead of just creating a bunch of random content with no strategy at all. Now, I do want to say that content marketing needs to be consistent in order to be truly effective, but this plan is going to get you that boost you need to get started or to help you stretch your dollars if you're tight on budget. Now, if you have a slightly higher budget and want to see my full B2B content marketing strategy for beginners, click on this video next and I'll walk you through my simple 3-step plan. I will see you over there.